Good afternoon, live from Long Beach, New York. Set to go for a great day of hockey, honoring, of course, Gerrin Hagen, the late, great, very incredible hockey player, an incredible young man that we lost way too soon. And we're going to honor him here with a great day of hockey. First of two games on the way. Warm-ups are underway here in Long Beach. Brady Campbell with Travis Quigley to kick things off. It's the Fire Department of New York against the Nassau County Police Department. Travis, of course, you're very familiar with a lot of these guys. It's going to be a great day here. Packed house here in Long Beach, and should be a lot of fun.
The barn is full. We look to our right and our left. The stands are packed. You look down at ice level, wrapped around the wall. Everybody's filing in, like you mentioned, to honor Gerrin Hagen. This is the third annual Gerrin Hagen Memorial Hockey Day here in Long Beach. Had the honor and pleasure of being here last year for what was a phenomenal event, and I expect much of the same this year as well. Like you said, two great hockey games on tap. NCPD, FDNY, following it up. It'll be the Long Beach Guardians, Gerrin's Guardians, taking on the Farmingdale State College Rams.
Yep, Farmingdale, kind of a late call up here in this one, but of course fresh off of a run down in Jacksonville in the AAU tournament. They get the call here to be here, a mix between their D1 and D2 teams. We'll see later on. Not just hockey as well throughout the day, throughout the intermissions between games. We'll have the bubble hockey races, or the bubble races, I should say. That will be during the intermission of this game, the first two heats, and then during the second game, we'll have the final run to decide it all. Face painting, tattoos going on all around as well. It should be a very fun day here as warm-ups. Couple minutes left in it. It will be the Nassau County Police Department wearing their very reminiscent of the Islanders blue jerseys, and the FDNY will be wearing the white jerseys. FDNY, of course, getting some work in before a week from now. They'll, of course, be playing against the police department, the NYPD, at UBS Arena. We'll have the pleasure of being there today, but what a fun day here. A lot of hockey coming up here on LI Sports Network in the next few weeks.
I was going to say, Brady, we get to be the ones to break the news on the air live right now. For all you FDNY hockey fans, NYPD hockey fans, exclusive coverage of next week's 51st annual FDNY NYPD game will be here on the LI Sports Network. We're so honored and thrilled to have that opportunity. Like we keep talking about, though, great day of hockey ahead here in Long Beach. If you're watching the stream right now, if you're local, you still got plenty of time to make it down. As Brady mentioned, ton of events going on, a lot of fan activities. We'll have some chuck-a-puck. We got a t-shirt cannon coming around. We got some raffle prizes out in the lobby. So, of course, come on down, support Gerrin Hagen, G2H Foundation, Gerrin Hagen Memorial Hockey Day here in Long Beach.
Yeah, it should be a fun day. It will be a fun day as teams concluding their warm-ups here, heading to their respective benches. We'll have some pregame ceremonies before both games as well, starting up here in just a few moments. And we'll, of course, stay on the air here for that, but Travis and I will step aside here for a quick break and be back for the puck drop on LI Sports Network.
sponsored by the Sabina Navarrete Memorial Foundation. Connor's family has served as an example of resilience in these months since his passing, and the hockey community, Long Island, and all of us here remain behind and with them. Thank you. On this great day, we are honored to be joined by our local government representatives. Please welcome dignitaries, Nassau County Executive Bruce Lakeman, Long Beach City Council Member Chris Fiamura, he's got great evenings. Long Beach City Council Member Brendan Finn, he's got a whole keyboard. And Long Beach City Council Member John Mendo. And now, please put your hands together for a ceremonial puck drop as Liam Gausman will be welcomed to the ice. Liam is a hockey player representing New York Metro Blind Hockey. The organization is an inspiration to all, as are its tough and talented players. Thank you, Liam. We are so proud of you. Please welcome to the ice the puck. And once again, a huge thanks to Nassau County Executive Bruce Lakeman for all your support in making days like this possible. And please remain standing and remove your hats as we sing our national anthem.
Beautiful pregame ceremony and national anthem here as we get set to go for our first of two matchups here today on Gerrin Hagen Day. Once again, Brady Campbell and Travis Quigley with you from Long Beach, New York. It's the Nassau County Police Department and the Fire Department of New York set to do battle in what should be a great hockey game for a great cause. And Travis, we alluded to it a bit earlier, but a couple connections, of course, to Gerrin in this hockey game. The Nassau County number 97, Dan Capizzuto, was one of Gerrin's coaches, of course, for the LIU Goals, AAA 18U 2022-23 season. He was one of Gerrin's last travel coaches. And on the FDNY side, Paul Moran, the defenseman, he was one of Gerrin's first travel coaches for the then Long Beach Apple Core Mites. So plenty of great connections as well to Gerrin, and of course this great community here on Long Island.
Yeah, the good old days with the Long Beach Apple Core. Those are some good times, and like you mentioned, a lot of connections for all four teams to Gerrin. Of course, FDNY and NCPD squaring up here. Like we mentioned, Farmingdale State College Rams, where Gerrin was set to attend school, university, play for the Farmingdale Rams AAU program. A few connections there as well, beyond him just becoming a member of the team. And then, of course, Gerrin's Guardians, the Long Beach Guardians, coming out later on to play Farmingdale, and the countless connections with Gerrin on that Guardians side.
So many great connections. So 17-minute periods here. Of course, it's not too early to bring it up if these games do go beyond the, I'm not great with math, 17 times 3, but 5 minutes of 4v4 if necessary. A 3-minute, a 3-on-3 sudden death, no clock, which would be interesting. But we got to get through regulation first. First period, 17 minutes on the clock. FDNY in the white. In the blue is the Nassau County Police Department. And we're set to go here for the opening face-off. Fire Department will go left to right. Police Department of Nassau County right to left. And the Fire Department controls the opening face-off. John O'Brien goes D to D, return feed to him, and deflected into the attacking zone by Lieutenant Julian Carney.
Two teams here, the police and the fire, that aren't afraid to play a little bit of a gritty game. Get pucks in deep, chip it in, maybe bump the body around a little bit.
Drop pass taken away by O'Brien. Tried to bank it ahead for Carney. It hit the kick plate and bounced off behind him. So back comes the Nassau County Police Department. Cross corner dump to the left of starting goaltender Nick Battaglia of ladder 169. Back the other way comes the Fire Department. A takedown there in the slot, no call, we play on. And back the other way comes Nassau County. Drop pass and blowing a tire was Steve Alonge. Goes behind the net. He's back on it. Centers it out in front, and perhaps getting a piece of it was Battaglia.
There's a good chance there for Kevin Gumas popping up into some open space in the slot.
So the blue line held in. A possible look here. Stubba had it knocked off his stick. And back the other way comes Frizzalone. Gains the zone, but that is offside against the Fire Department.
Play men's league with Stubba. I haven't seen him in a couple weeks, and I attribute that to him just being busy protecting and serving.
Of course, a great event here today, and some of our local heroes getting to partake in it as well. Always a cool thing to see.
A lot of talent out here as well. I mean, you look at up and down the rosters, Brady, you got guys that played at the NCAA level, Division I, Division III. You got guys that played high-level club hockey. Brian Elfont, who's on the forecheck right now for FDNY, played Division III at SUNY Cortland. Also an excellent roller hockey player, and one of those refs that would always chirp me when I was a kid. So we have a good relationship, Brian and I.
You talk back to the refs, Travis?
Me? Never.
No, of course not. As back in comes FDNY. Drop pass to the circle and a save made by starting goaltender Rich McCarron. Getting the start today. Usually number 28, Steve Geichis, but McCarron gets the nod for this game.
And we talk about it, the beauty of it. You see some of these guys come back home. They go out, they play at a high level. They come back home and they want to protect and serve in their local area, whether it be these guys on the FDNY, the NCPD, the NYPD, as we talked about earlier.
Face off to the left here of McCarran, and it's won back by Nassau. They go around with it, taken away at the half wall. FDNY goes to work. One of the Nassau players lost their stick. That's Jack Raiden. Now comes free to the circle, to the blue line, and will come out just beyond it. Turning around with it is Carney. Sweeps it ahead. Possible numbers here in tight, but the pass a bit too far. Swung behind the goal. Carney centering pass, knocked away. To the point it comes. Pinching down, unable to hold it in. Robert Strafer, and it comes all the way out. Played about 2.5 minutes here. Scoreless hockey between the Nassau County Police Department and the Fire Department of New York. Here on Gerrin Hagen Day as they dump in from Nassau County. Battaglia all the way out of his goal to keep him moving. A hit delivered at the blue line. Back the other way comes the Fire Department. Slap shot. Score! Derek Kern, the assistant captain. And the Fire Department strikes first.
The bullet of a slap shot there, Brady. And we take a look at this replay. Clean break coming out for the Fire Department. They get over the blue. And you see this 2-on-2 rush. Trying to make a move to the middle. A clean poke, but Kern following up, using the screen. A low clapper. And he puts it past McCarran. 1-0 for the FDNY.
In stride, just picks that one up, one stick handle, and you don't see that too often. That quick slap shot there from the circle, and Derek Kern from Ladderco, 176. That's the FDNY on the board first.
Cool thing about these teams is they play essentially like a full schedule. You know, obviously they have their work duties, they do that, but they also are fortunate enough that they're able to take some trips, play other PDs, fire departments across the states. Even last year for Gerrin Hagen Day, we had the Toronto Fire come down. They played a couple of games here. And again, like FDNY a couple weeks ago, they were out in Montana playing hockey. So it goes to show that these guys, they have the opportunity to continue playing games at a high level and travel across the country, play some other PDs and fire departments as mentioned.
Yeah, it's really cool to see, especially, of course, obviously being busy protecting the community as well and being able to, you know, live out their own hockey dreams while serving in the local areas. We have a bit of a stoppage here. Looks like the Nassau County bench in discussion with the referee. Now it appears we're set to go. Face off to the left of Battaglia. And the backhand try, in and out of the glove of Battaglia, swats the rebound to the corner.
Battaglia had a nice 15 minutes of fame last year at this event. He was chucking knucks in the neutral zone with Guardians netminder Kieran Byrne. A little viral moment for the two of them.
Don't know if we'll be seeing that this year. Of course, he might be saving that for next Saturday. Of course, that's the big one for the FDNY against the NYPD at UBS Arena. A shot blocked off to the corner.
Yeah, that's the 51st annual game between those two sides, Brady. It's amazing how far it's come.
Chance in tight, fire just high. Battaglia may have gotten a piece of it. Alonge with the chance. And a good look there. Best look so far here in the first few minutes for Nassau. Now a breakaway for the Fire Department. Backhand, and I believe getting a glove on it was McCarran.
A great look there. Bank off the wall. Could have hit him on the tape, so you angle it past so you can skate into it.
Look at this. Up and down we go. Centering feed just off the outside of the goal. And covered. And here's some of the rough stuff you alluded to moments ago. That chance came from Gumas. A helmet's off. And we're off and running now.
Listen, these guys, their motto, protect and serve, but when they're out there on the ice, that's not what's going through their head. They're protecting and serving themselves.
Can't tell which fire department player lost his helmet right in the middle of the scrum. It looks like we may have a couple players headed to the box for the first time today. Indeed, it looks like we do.
Goomis for NCPD and Kelly for FDNY.
So that is Kelly without the helmet. He goes, of course, as he said, with Goomis. 12:56 to go, first period, a 1-0 lead for the fire department on the goal from Derek Kern. Slap shot from the circle, beating McCarran.
It only took 4 minutes and 4 seconds to get a little hostile. Honestly, it's...
I was expecting a little sooner, to be honest.
Yeah, I was going to say, it took a little bit longer than I anticipated.
So they're still trying to get the penalty sorted out up on the scoreboard. The face-off will be just outside the fire department zone.
Great part about it is, Brady, these guys are pros. You know, they know what they're doing out there.
Absolutely. It looks like we will skate 4-a-side for now for these next 2 minutes. So a bit more open ice out there. Can either team capitalize with the 1-0 lead for the fire department? Great hand-eye, taking it out of midair by Gargan. He stays with it at the half wall, tries to knife his way through. A centering pass picked off, and back the other way comes Rudy Solmonti. Gains the zone. Double teamed at the blue line, was still able to flip it towards the front. Goes all the way across where it's taken back. Another breakaway chance and score! It's Sean Gargan. McCarran got a piece but was unable to get enough of it. It trickles over the line and 2-0 for the fire department.
See who made this pass here. A quick snap and streaking right through the middle of the sheet. Sean Gargan, Ladder Company 169. Salute to them. Gargan makes it 2-0.
Still a minute 22 of 4-on-4 here. So an even strength 4-on-4 goal, and it is the FDNY who that time was able to take advantage of some more open room out there. Created a breakaway opportunity, capitalized. John Peace off the face-off, goes back to get it and leaves it for Evan Morrow. He moves it quickly. Kyle Pistani ahead for Kieran Hurley, drops it off, goes behind the net, and the captain, Jim Becker, fed it along, a takeaway. Pistani from the circle, just fired it wide, trying to use Jim Brown as a screen. Back the other way comes Becker to the circle, knocked off the puck by Hurley. And he has a bit more room here to settle things down for the Nassau County Police Department.
Played multiple seasons with Kieran Hurley in junior hockey. Just a smart player, two-way guy. He's never going to blow you away on the stat sheet, but he's going to do all the little things right.
Well, his team guilty of icing here, so he'll stay out on the ice as the faceoff comes back down near McCarran. And before this faceoff, G2H would like to thank Michael Diamond Charitable Foundation for being the Stanley Cup sponsor of this year's event. The MDCF was created after the passing of Long Beach legend and 9/11 first responder Michael Diamond. In his memory, the foundation supports multiple causes close to his heart. A proud sponsor of G2H is a shot from the outside, gloved and held by Rich McCarran. So FDNY off to a great start here in this one, 2 goals, a couple more chances over these last few minutes here. McCarran standing tall with that latest glove save. To lay it offside here. Now legal, and back in comes FDNY to the circle, curling back Satola. Goes up top with it. Now a shot through a screen, a save, rebound loose, comes back in towards the crease, trying to find it. McCarran, 2 players still locked up at the side of the net. They'll separate. Looks like no further pushing and shoving there after the whistle. We'll have more chances for the fire department of New York.
I mean, we're going to see something today, Brady. We're going to see something today, man. Like, this is just every whistle. We're pushing, we're shoving. Not a gambling man, but it might have to be for this one.
Off the face-off, FDNY goes to work again and score! John O'Brien from the point. Not sure if it got deflected. It looked like McCarron had a lot of trouble with it. Kind of made an awkward attempt at the save. It sneaks its way into the top corner. 3-0 FDNY.
John O'Brien, another former teammate of mine, OB as I call him. A bullet of a wrister there. Might have gotten a piece. Tough to tell there. Took a awkward pop back out of the net. I know OB, he doesn't care if he scored or got an apple. All he cares about is the team got another one on the board. FDNY up 3-0 just 6 minutes, 15 seconds into the game. And Nassau's calling their timeout.
Yeah, looks like timeout call. Nassau trying to settle things down with 10:45 to go.
Yeah,
Not
Coach.
even 7 minutes played and a 3-0 lead here.
Yeah, Coach Ed Shinnick bringing the group together right now. Just trying to settle things down here for the Nassau PD. As, like you said, Brady, hot start for the fire department of New York.
I like
No pun
it.
intended.
I like
No
it.
pun intended.
It looked like the pun was intended. I didn't pick up on it at first until I caught like you smiling like that. I was like, oh, I know where he's going with that. That was a good one, though. That was a good one.
Trying to channel my inner Ryan Brannigan.
Of course, Ryan unfortunately could not make it today. Suffered a little bit of an injury. He'll be back, though, very soon for the NYPD FDNY game. He'll be doing color with you.
Just a slight injury for Ryan Brannigan.
Thankfully not to the vocal cords. He'll be ready to go. So after the timeout, 3-0 lead after the O'Brien goal, and FDNY controls the faceoff, looking to go right back to work. Turnover, though, at the blue line, and we get a whistle right as the shot came, stopped by Battaglia. I believe it was offside there. Looked like the referee called it, so I got confused for a moment when he put his arm up.
Yeah, three-man system today, 2 officials and 1 linesman. So sometimes we will see the official jump in to call either the icing or an offside if necessary, as we see again right there.
Referee making the offside call. This time on FDNY. Or excuse me. Yes, FDNY. It's a lot of, we got the NYPD next week. We got, all these teams have initials. I knew sooner or later I'd crack.
We'll get it right.
Now it's the NCPD coming back ahead with it. And Steven Azara towards the front. May have bounced in on the way. Battaglia sticked it to the corner. Loose puck behind the goal. John Peretta waits behind his own net. Now starts ahead with it. Finds a lane up the ice. Gets the pass through off the stick of Carney. Back in comes the fire department. Shot save made by McCarron. That one stuck to him from a tough angle.
Grab that one with the glove, like you said, tough angle shot. As I look across the ice and I see some of the Guardians now filing into the building, starting to tape the twigs up.
Guardians will be in action against the Farmingdale State Rams, who I believe I saw a few of them earlier as well. That will be game 2 of 2 here on Gerrin Hagen Day. Of course, you don't want to miss intermission as well. The bubble race with plenty of our sponsors suiting up, and we'll race around the ice. That should be a good event here. We'll have chuck-a-puck as well as we get another stoppage. The face-off will come to center ice. Raffles, face paint, it's on going on here, although it seems like everyone's focused and locked in right now on NCPD versus FDNY.
The building is full right now, and I know when that Guardians game rolls around, it's going to get even more packed in here. I'm not sure we're going to be able to fit everyone, to be honest with you.
It is packed down there behind the goal. McCarron's defending. He's going to have to defend it here. Pass a bit out of the reach of Kern, who would have had a good look at his possible second of the game. Meanwhile, a shot here off the outside of the goal. Nassau trying to get a big response. Takeaway, though, by Frizzolone. He'll put it behind the net. And the long stretch pass out to center for the captain, Becker. Over the line, 1-on-4, nearly found his way through the circle. Had it poked off his stick, comes back to the point. Centering pass out high as Becker will head to the bench. A couple changes here for FDNY. They cycle the zone, the pass all the way down to Romano. Romano being checked by Lukanovic as it popped out to the front and ends up on goal where it's held by the goaltender McCarron. We also want to acknowledge the Michael R. Berube Foundation, created in loving memory of Michael Berube, a Long Beach student athlete who we lost too soon. We thank and admire the Michael R. Berube Foundation for honoring his life and legacy through promoting mental health. A lot of great sponsors here today, great foundations that get to be a part of this event. Centering pass, blocked down, still tied up behind the goal that McCarron's protecting here. Ice seemingly beginning to get a bit more tilted throughout this period. That one popped out right towards the slot, taken away by Hurley. To the corner it goes, and now Radin will settle things down. Cleared back out by NCPD. No icing here out of his goal, Battaglia. And he'll keep it moving to Brown. Nice move by Sean Leonard in his own zone. Steps around Hurley.
Leonard, a new addition on this FDNY team. Him and his brother just got done wrapping up a career of professional hockey between the East Coast League and the SPHL.
Sean and his brother Steve on this FDNY team. A takeaway, and look out here. Could be a breakaway for NCPD. A shot just missed wide. That was Stephen Alonge with the opportunity.
He's looking to go top corner. Just a little bit too fine.
Would have been a big goal for NCPD to get them on the board here. Still plenty of hockey to be played. Just under 7 minutes left in the first period. Takeaway at the blue line. Errant pass a bit out of the reach of Azara. That'll be icing against Nassau County. Face-off will come all the way back down towards McCarron.
Like we keep saying, Brady, the third annual Gerrin Hagen Day here in Long Beach, and this has become not just a hockey day, a hockey event. This has become a community event, a community day. This is exactly almost like the turnout we see for the Long Beach Polar Plunge. Everybody in the community shows up, they show out, they show support, they show love, and we're seeing that here today at the Long Beach Arena. Again, this is the third annual Gerrin Hagen Memorial Hockey Day, and it's become a community event, not just a hockey day here in Long Beach. Really cool to see. Absolutely packed house, even beyond just Long Beach here, but as you said, basically almost feels like every Long Beach resident is here trying to pack this building as it's chipped towards the front. A takeaway and potential numbers here for FDNY. Sent ahead for Kern. Kern trying to center it. It got blocked. And a takeaway, and now looking back ahead is NCPD. Over the line, Gumas. Tried that saucer pass, a great defensive stick by John O'Brien. And Becker back in. Drops it off, shot from the point. With Becker creeping right through the vision of McCarron. And then they pass towards the front, got deflected behind the goal. Now is Zara. Feeds it all the way across. Solmonti from the circle. Tried to sneak it under the bar. It went high. And back the other way, Kelly. Over the line. Tried to drop it off. Didn't get through. And back ahead comes Nassau. Gonsalves centers it towards the front. Taken away. Poked back towards the corner by Michael Guerra.
held in. That slap shot fanned on, still slides in on goal. And looking to the sky, Matthew Gonsalves definitely wishing he got a bit more on that shot.
You know what, this is good though. Nassau needs an offensive zone face-off, and with Kieran Hurley stepping up against Brian Elfont, they're hoping Hurley can pull one back and they can generate some more offensive zone time.
Face-off controlled here by FDNY. Around the boards it comes, Stephen Romano. Sidesteps a launch, drops it off. And it's dumped in by Frizzalone. Far side half wall, couple players tie up. Coming away with it, Kelly. Out to the point, slap shot, and a good save through traffic by McCarron. That shot coming through from Glenn Puppa.
Another former teammate of mine, and I still say it to this day. You see a shot there. Glenn Puppa, hardest slap shot of anybody I ever played with, and best skater that I ever played with.
As you saw right on display there, he brought it right through traffic. I wasn't sure if he was gonna be able to get that through and put it through everybody. Couple changes here with the puck right in front of the benches. Sent ahead, Kelly. They really got a stick on it, no icing. Here's Evan Morrow, sends it ahead. Bit of miscommunication with NCPD, and the change back the other way. FDNY unable to get a shot away. In tight. To the point it comes. Leonard. Sean Leonard cuts back, goes across. Shot through traffic, misses the net from Jim Brown. To the corner it goes, out to the point. Brown, stick save.
Good rebound control on that one, pushing it behind the net.
Off the glass and out. NCPD trying to, at the very least, survive these last few minutes. Have had a few chances themselves, perhaps another upcoming. Gumas, slap shot. Oh, he just missed that far post. He let that one fly.
A lot of mustard on that one. Just did not hit the net.
No icing here against FDNY. Stretch pass out, Azara. With a teammate driving towards the goal, couldn't get the pass through. A great stick by Robert Straffer. And then the puck ends up out of play. Boston's Beer Company's innovative new iced tea and vodka mix, that is Sun Cruiser. Canned and ready to drink anytime, anywhere, especially on the beach this summer. Proud sponsor of Gerrin Hagen Day.
I'm sure the Sun Cruisers are flowing today, and they'll be flowing all summer long, especially down here. Anywhere you go, 3 minutes, any direction, you're on a beach somewhere.
Off the face-off, Kieran Hurley had his shot gloved. Nick Battaglia hasn't been all that busy for the most part this period, but has been tested more so over the last couple minutes, trying to keep his team in front by at least 3 in the dying 4 minutes, 3 minutes now, under 3 minutes of this first period. Grogan, a shot from the outside, patted away by Battaglia, wrapped all the way around, and out comes Gargan.
It's Jack Radin who threw that one at the net. You're going to hear the Radin name a ton today, as the Guardians roster also flooded with Radins.
Back in comes NCPD as Hurley trying to flag it down, goes behind the goal. 2 minutes to go here, first period. Hurley holds it in. Radin it does as well. Turning with it, poked out, trying to get a step here is Gargan. Gargan fighting through checks, gets his stick free, forced back, and then chipped off his stick and back out. And he doesn't agree with the referee. He was looking for a call, doesn't get one. Back in Peretta, gonna get the pass off. To the point it comes, O'Brien, slap shot, easy save with no traffic. Drop pass, gets through everybody, and it's taken by Solmonti. And finds a lane out. Stretches it on for Gonsalves from the circle. Good save by Battaglia with the right pad.
Trying to get that far pad shot off.
Bank attempt pops out towards the front, and the shot That hit the stick of Peretta, parked right in front, and then cleared once again into the FDNY bench. Gonsalves, another great look right in front there.
I see the bubble balls getting ready, Brady.
Definitely going to be one of the highlights of the day, I imagine. I mean, what isn't the highlight of the day here on Gerrin Hagen Day, but should be a fun intermission here coming up momentarily. 1:11 to go in the first period. We'll have the first two heats, and the winner of those will face off in the championship, if you will, during our second game between the Guardians and Farmingdale.
And you still got plenty of time to come on down and make it. Your seat in the building might not be exquisite at this point, but you can still get in the building. Take part of the Chuck and Puck. Maybe, throw some raffle tickets in, see what you can win. A lot of great opportunities. We got the t-shirt cannon coming through during the ice cut. That's going to be sick. There's a lot going on here today. Come down, be a part of it. We're all here in Long Beach. It's a packed barn, great atmosphere. I look around and I see many, many adults enjoying many, many adult beverages. So if you're an adult over 21, come on down, enjoy some with the rest of the crew. I see Gatorades flowing for the juniors in the building.
Oh, a good left pad save off the face-off. Final minute here of the first period. Chopped just wide. Alonge, he and Gonsalves have had several great opportunities here in this first period. And NCPD, though, unable to get on the board just yet. 40 to go. In the frame, a takeaway. Back the other way. Comes FDNY over the line. Backhand pass doesn't get through. Held in at the blue line, taken away. Numbers. It's a 2-on-1. Azara from the circle. Shoots, glove save. Battaglia, he's seen that puck well here in the first period. Freezes it with 19.9 left.
Confident, just snagged it right there. Said, nope, this is my puck. Not getting past me just yet. But it's very, very strong period here for the FDNY.
Out to this 3-0 lead, trying to hold on to the horn here for their 3-goal lead. Some pressure here, though, in the final minute. However, it's cleared back out. Back the other way comes the fire department. Oh, what a move! Is it in? It is! What a goal! FDNY makes it 4-0 with just 7 left in the period. Once again, getting a piece of it, McCarron, but was unable to keep it out. That was Gervasi who drew the penalty as he was able to knife his way through. Chip it on goal, and once again, McCarron the piece, not enough as it trickles over the line. Final seconds here, tick off of the first period. A first period dominated by FDNY. My apologies, that was Billy Pascali, wearing number 29 today for FDNY, who gets a crucial goal to extend the lead to 4-0. And after one period of play, FDNY, a strong start. So we'll have our first intermission here. And we will bring out the bubbles. So our first heat coming up, Arkin Excess and Surplus, Michael McCardle Jr. from Jetty Bar and Grill. Danny Fifth from Miller and Caggiano is Zach Kitten. From Sea City Vintage is Greg Northrup. And from AOH D17, we have Terrence Sloan. So Travis trying to figure out which is which here, but very excited for this bubble race.
So it looks like we have some logos there on the bubbles, which will make it a little bit easier for us to identify. I think in the chat right now they've got 1s and 2s going down, trying to put their money on who they think is going to win this Heat 1 in the bubble race.
here we go. I've always wanted to say this, and they're off. And a good start here. Looks like, I believe that's Arc off to the fast start. Michael McCardle Jr. takes a wide turn though, and that allows him to be overtaken. Suddenly's close to last. Oh! A couple players, a couple runners spill down.
It's between Danny Fiff and Terrence Slow and Jetty Bar and Grill and the AOH D17.
We get another look at it here. The wide turn. And right at the finish line.
That's close. That's
he
close.
did it on purpose. I thought he just fell. I couldn't quite see the tape from here.
He was diving for the win.
He was going for it.
All right, we got Heat 2 now, Brady.
We do have Heat 2. I couldn't hear. It was too close to tell. Do we know who won Heat 1? I suppose we'll find out
we'll find
in
out.
the next game.
That was tight.
Fiff or Sloan. Well, for this one, we have McDevitt Strong Foundation, Sean Modafferi from Minnesota's Gavin Enright, Speakeasy Swing Bellies, Mike Bonino, Long Beach Classroom Teachers Association, Rob Maggio, and from Washington Beach, Lake George Crew, Lindsay Voigt. So Heat 2, and they're off. Tight one. Oh, look out. Speakeasy Swing Bellies. Oh, another one goes down. Swing Bellies in the lead. And barring a fall, they will win it. And a few more players can go down.
Minnesota's right down too early. Minnesota's lost their top 2 spot.
So it looks like that one is Speakeasy Swing Bellies gets the win. As you get the replay again, what a bubble race here. The 2 bubble races to start. And we'll be back, of course, in that 3rd game for the final bubble race. Travis Quigley will be on play-by-play for that bubble race. As there you see Swing Bellies getting the win.
That was a big win. That wasn't as tight as our first heat. That was Swing Bellies was playing the body through the neutral zone. They hit that turn hard.
Immediately. I don't know who Swing Bellies hit, but just basically a cross check from behind. And 2 amazing bubble races. The t-shirt cannon will be on the way in the 2nd intermission. A brief first intermission here. The teams are coming back out on the ice. Gotta catch our breath after that one.
That was exciting. Let's just keep the bubble races going. Let's do another round, and then these guys can file back onto the benches. We'll get period 2 going here.
And once again, we do apologize. We'll figure out the winner, I suppose, when that final race happens in the first heat. Too close to call, we'll save for now. But the 2nd period just about set to go. And while we wait for a puck drop, we want to thank the Cabana, Long Beach's home base for Mexican food and fun. Located on Beach Street and Georgia Avenue, the Cabana has continued to not only be a second home to Long Beach natives, but has contributed so much in giving back to the Long Beach community. Stop by and be assembly part of Bob Johnson's Science Fair project.
All right, now we got a 4-man crew.
2 linesmen.
A linesman has come from nowhere, and now we have a full officiating crew.
So 2 refs, 2 linesmen. They can now likely stick to their normal duties. It's a 4-0 lead for FDNY after 1 period of play. 17 minutes back on the clock. Billy Pascali with just 7 seconds left, a highlight reel goal to extend the lead. John O'Brien had a goal as well. Derek Kern got FDNY on the board. John O'Brien, of course, had another as well. The alternate captain, assistant captain, Derek Kern, as I mentioned, got the scoring started. Overall, a big-time period. Ice was tilted for, I'd say, a good amount of that period. NCPD was able to turn the momentum a little bit late. But then, of course, that back-breaking goal to end period number 1. So we're underway in the second, and FDNY controls the face-off. Jim Brown. Pass hit his own teammate there, and forced to come back on it, Sean Leonard. Clears it out to center, Matthew Grogan. Plays it off the boards, right back in comes FDNY.
See if one of these teams took some inspiration from swing bellies in the bubble ball race, the aggression.
We saw, as the period went on, a bit of the physicality pick up. I'm sure that will grow to new heights here in the second period. Especially NCPD, if they can't turn things around, the frustration will likely grow as another good offensive zone shift here for the Bravest, as they are called, with on the back of their jersey as well, FDNY, but puck goes out of play, so it comes back out. Face-off controlled here by NCPD in their own end. Lukanovic goes back with it. Return to him off his skates. Goes hard around for Gumis. Plays it back for Lukanovic all the way around. And into the attacking zone comes Nassau County. Centering pass to no one in particular. Picked off but given up. Slap shot from the blue line. Doesn't make it through. Off the stick of Michael Lukanovic. Clearing attempt blocked down in the corner. And now settling things down, Michael Van Pelt in his own end gets it out. And Evan Morrow leaves it for Gumis. Steven Azara swings it ahead. Here's Pistani trying to get an angle, cut off. Was able to swing it on goal, a left pad save. Wrap around, try, score! Looks like that's Gumis. Kevin Gumis, the wraparound try. It looked like Battaglia got to his post, but not quite. And a huge goal for NCPD there on the board.
That's a good pass right there from Steve Azara. And Gumis, silky mitts in tight, wraps it in around, beats Battaglia to the far post, and gets NCPD on the board just under 2 minutes into the second period. A big goal there for the PD.
A minute 57 in, and back in they come. Another shot. Oh, that one was a bit tricky. Deflected out high and trickled wide. Tie up now at the half wall. So Kevin Gumis, huge goal for NCPD as they try to climb back into the hockey game. Still 14 and a half minutes left here in the middle frame. Hurley dropped it off. A good read, though, by O'Brien. And he brings it back in. O'Brien around the net. Looking over his options. Goes down low to the circle. Fed across, just out of the reach of Peretta. Walks the line, takes the shot, deflected down. Perhaps getting too big of a piece of that puck was Elfont. Back the other way comes NCPD, but a giveaway and thrown right back in. Foot race for it. Kelly pins it to the wall, tries to bring it ahead, drops it off. Brown goes out high. And unable to settle it was Peretta, so he'll bring it all the way back to his own blue line. Takeaway by Gumis. He gave it right back up, though. Hurley couldn't maintain control, and it's fired back in by FDNY.
Nice little head fake from Capizzuto there.
Pass deflects down in front of the FDNY bench. Who's going to take it? Great hustle. And back the other way comes Hurley. His shot ramps off a stick. With another great glove save from Nick Battaglia. Battaglia, the goaltender, representing ladder 169. Faceoff will be to his right. Off the draw, comes back to the point. Shot goes just wide. They try to bank it home. It pops to the front, and it's Rudy Solmonti who cuts the deficit in half.
Big goal right there. Another one. 2 quick goals for the NCPD. Less than 2 minutes apart. Solmonti popping out into the high slot right as that puck squirts out, and he had the stick down ready to go.
Wide open net, defender trying to scramble in and protect it, but Solmonti able to bury it off the point shot from Grogan. Took a big hop off the boards, chipped back towards the front, and Solmonti, a big goal, and we got a hockey game once again. Puck comes to the point, held in. FDNY trying to respond. A good save by Rich McCarron. One of his first tests really this period. Another one deflected up high, right near the crossbar by Carney. Went wide. And then it comes back out to center. Grogan swings it behind. Near turnover there is on the forecheck here is FDNY. Clear back ahead. Look out
pass
there, leaking behind the defense. Gargan tries to make the move and couldn't quite bring the puck with him. Back out comes NCPD. That is Solmonti. Cuts back with it. Drops it off towards the front of the net. No one was there for Nassau County, so it's taken back by FDNY. And their pass, though, will go down the net. Angles just wide. Icing with exactly 12 to go here in the second period.
No zone draw. Now it's been a great second here for the NCPD. Both sides went to the room for the bubble ball race, and it looks like Nassau is taking the most advantage of it so far.
A lot of inspiration from swing bellies taken by Nassau County. Has dialed up the physicality a bit and dialed up the offensive zone time and have cut the deficit in half. Back the other way comes Gargan trying to respond. Just throws it towards the middle of the ice where it's taken away by 88 in blue, Steven Nazara. And right back in comes Nassau County. Pass to the half wall, backhanded ahead. Gumis steps up. He has the other goal for NCPD. And they fire it right back in here. Not sure if this arena was built on not so level ground, but it seems both periods the ice has been tilted a bit more towards our right. At least so far here in the first half of the second, as another shot made it through where it was sticked off to the corner. Now pops out to the top of the circle, fired just wide by Stubba. Gumis turning. Goes all the way around with it. Just tries to backhand it towards the front. Raiden trying to find it. One of the fire department players lost his stick as it gets forced back out. Held in. A shot from the outside goes wide. More pressure here from Nassau. Gumis across from the circle. Shot. Big left pad save. Big rebound as well, but it's controlled by FDNY. Goes behind the net. McCarron keeps it moving. And cleared back out. Right back in comes FDNY. A shot from the outside gets blocked. Raiden turns it right back around. And here comes Nassau again. Travis, they've really taken over the second period.
Yeah, said it a couple minutes ago. It's been a really strong period here for the PD. Another chance in the high slot with Hurley now.
Hurley forced off to the half wall, goes back with it. Shot through traffic, and that great glove hand of Nick Battaglia snags it again. As parked right in front of him once again was Matthew Gonsalves.
Battaglia's made a few big saves here, and honestly, Brady, it could maybe be 4-4 right now if he hasn't made a couple of the saves that he has made in this period. Nassau's been buzzing.
They go forward with the faceoff, does Gonsalves, the center on that faceoff for Nassau. Held in once again. Moving with it, Solmonti throws it down. Gonsalves backdoor pops out into the crease, smothered. Aggressive cover by Battaglia. Just trying to get any whistle he can as his team, most notably him right now, under siege with 9:35 left in this period. Face off to his left, one back again. Solmonti keeps him moving. However, a bit too far for the intended target. That was Capizzuto, and it comes all the way out. Back on it, Papa. Keeps it moving, chipped in by Satola. Hustles after it in the corner, tries to chop it on goal. Goes behind, backhanded to the front. Taken away, and back out comes Solmonti. Tries to center a pass, gets picked off. And Frizzalone has a bit of room here. Takes the shot from the high circle, and it's smothered and held by McCarron.
Bunch of the Rams coming into the building now as they get ready for their game against the Guardians.
Once again, coming up next after the conclusion of this one, Travis will be on play-by-play. We'll swap roles for that game. Should be a good one. The Long Beach Guardians, of course, Gerrin's team against the Farmingdale State Rams, a combination of their D1 and D2 teams. Both teams just went to Jacksonville a couple weeks ago. Had some pretty good runs. The D1 team, Travis, you were a big part of their run on the call, and just falling short in the championship. The D2 team fell to the eventual champions in the quarterfinals. And now they'll get to play here on Gerrin Hagen Day. Pass backdoor, and somehow that one didn't go. That was Gargan wide open. He looking to the heavens after missing that one. I couldn't tell. McCarron diving across. Did he get a piece? I'm not sure if we'll get another look at it.
I'll tell you what, that one right now might not haunt him if it was next week and he's playing in the 51st annual game against the NYPD. That one's in his nightmares for a couple of weeks.
There we get another look at it. He makes that pass, then sneaks back door. Somehow, some way, that doesn't go. And that would have been a huge goal for FDNY as the momentum has turned completely in the favor of Nassau County. Would have restored a 3-goal lead. Instead, they still only remain up 2. Go to work once again in the offensive zone, though. Here's Leonard. Takes it all the way up high, goes down low. Backhand pass picked off by Pistani. Fanned on the clear pass ahead, and then gets it all the way down out of the reach of Raiden. No icing. And Leonard had to move it quickly. On for Kelly. Returns it to him. Leonard bumps into the linesman at the blue line. Is able to maintain possession. Now under pressure, though. Just lifts it back out. And Van Pelt from his own goal line goes D to D with it. Leonard in no hurry. He's able to make a great pass ahead for Kelly. 7 minutes to go here in the second. Pass across a bit behind Elfont. Now throws it behind. Trying to go back to the point with it there, FDNY. A takeaway though, Solmonti back in from the circle. A shot off a stick, catches the glass. And cleared back out by FDNY all the way down, no icing. Vukanovic around the boards. Kelly gets to it. Goes down to the corner, out to the point. D to D, O'Brien steps in towards the net and a save from McCarron. To the point it comes. McCarron moving. Deflects, goes behind the goal. Hammered around the boards, but ramps up into the netting for a whistle. Still a 4-2 lead here for FDNY in Long Beach on Gerrin Hagen Day. Phenomenal game so far between these two teams. Maybe a bit worried early on that, FDNY really dominated that first period, the 4-0 lead, but now, it always felt like a tight checking game, but now with the score being relatively tight as well.
The NCPD definitely found their game here in this middle frame.
FDNY, though, starting to spend a bit more time now in the offensive zone. Really their first couple of sustained offensive zone shifts since really that first period. Back in comes FDNY, a drop pass. Satola takes it behind the net, goes out to the point. O'Brien looking deflected and in. It is a goal. Looks like it went 5-hole. McCarron can't believe it. O'Brien takes the shot. And the 3-goal lead restored for FDNY.
Looks like this one's going to be the second of the game for OB. As he receives a pass, takes 3 steps to the left, and lets a low-wrister go. And yeah, off the stick of Kieran Hurley. That's going to be a goal for John O'Brien. He's got 2 here this afternoon.
Hurley parked out high there towards the top of the circle. Got a stick on it, and sometimes that's not the best thing when trying to block a shot. Change the direction, 5-hole, and we do get a goaltending change. Rich McCarron will head to the bench, and taking his place, Ryan Matson, number 30 in blue. About halfway through this hockey game. We've seen 7 goals so far, 5 from this FDNY team. Big goal to stifle the momentum of NCPD. Centering pass, picked off. And Nassau back ahead with it. Here's Gumas trying to respond. Pass to the circle, and I believe just getting over to get a stick on it was Papa. And what otherwise was a great look from the circle from Azara.
Definitely a good look there, and a nice response after giving up that goal for NCPD. Instead of tucking the tail, you get right back up the sheet. You have a good offensive zone entry, and the shot, like you said, Papa just gets a piece of it, or else that was on target.
Good look once again, but the defense overall has been solid for FDNY so far, and it has not been an easy task to beat Nick Battaglia when the shots get through. The 3-goal lead for FDNY feels a bit closer than that for sure. And even so, FDNY can't get very complacent as they turn it over right inside their own blue line, but they're able to recover, and now potential numbers back in. Fake slap shot from the circle, now a wrist shot. Did it go? It did not. And disagreeing with the official on the call once again is Gargan, as he tried to go top shelf with it. It hit something, looks like it was the bar. Back in FDNY. Goes down to Frizz alone. Back to the point, skate to stick. Down low. Now moving with it to the half wall. Feeding it all the way across Elfont. Circle, pops out to the slot. Save made, rebound. Another great save by Matson. Thrown into the fire. Did not allow that second rebound despite FDNY wanting him to, and that draws a crowd. Exactly 4 minutes left here in the second period. A 5-2 lead for FDNY. While we have a quick break in the action, Greenfield Plumbing, duty man to the rescue, keeping Long Beach homes warm and unclogged since 1990. You handle the wiping, they'll handle the piping. We made it through that read as 4 minutes to go here in the second period. Shout out Greenfield Plumbing. Here's Leonard from the point, shot to flex and rolls just wide and ramped up into the netting. .342 left in the second period. Travis, a period first half really controlled by NCPD. They get it back to within 2, but kind of since around the halfway point, it's been all FDNY, and they get a big goal.
Yeah, FDNY settled down a little bit after giving up those 2 quick ones early in the period, as you said. And now they have once again found what made them successful through the first 17 minutes.
Left pad save here, Battaglia, and looks like he made another one as well on the rebound. Back the other way come the fire department. Pass just out of the reach of Carney. Held in by Leonard. Moves to the outside with it, throws it towards the front, picked off by Solmonti. Goes across to Guerra. He puts it in deep and heads off for a change. Around the boards it comes, getting to it, Hurley. Throws it ahead, back in, NCPD shot just missed the far post. That was Stubba. NCPD trying to get a late goal here, make things a bit easier on themselves as far as the comeback for the third period. The shot just getting a piece, I believe, and angling it wide was Battaglia. On Solmonti once again, a tough angle try from Solmonti, catches the netting. Not behind Battaglia, but over the glass and out of play. So 2.5 left here in this period. Reminder, coming up during the second intermission, we will have the T-shirt cannon during the ice cuts as another save made by Battaglia. And then during the second game, between periods 1 and 2, the Chuck-a-Puck contest. Have not seen a Chuck-a-Puck contest, I believe, since the Nassau Coliseum days of the Islanders.
I got some cash in my pocket, Brady. Maybe we'll go grab a couple pucks.
Might be a good idea.
We got a great line right here. We're at the red line.
You can't get much better than this.
Can't get much better than this. All we got to do is get the toss right.
We had our practice down in Jacksonville when for warm-ups of the championship game. There's 2 minutes to go here in period number 2. A 5-2 lead for the fire department of New York. Turnover at the red line. Hurley overskated it. Cuts back and throws it ahead for Raiden. Over the line, shoots high shot, fended off by Battaglia. Backhand pass gets out. Turned right back around by Brian Monette. And in comes Hurley. Swings it towards the front. Battaglia got a pad on it. As he was leaning to his right, was able to keep the left pad against the post. Now Carney back in. Gets turned around, it comes out. And we get a whistle behind the play, perhaps a equipment issue, maybe the mask popping off there of Battaglia.
Yeah, that's what it looks like there. It looks like an equipment issue. Yeah, strap just came loose, like you said, Brady. So $1:25 to go, second period. Take the pause, so Nick can fix his mask.
Looks like he's set to go now. Double zeros for this FDNY team.
Still seeing a ton of people filing in here, Brady. Seeing some Guardians upstairs in the gym getting a stretch in.
Should be a fun one in our next matchup here, as this first one has been between these two teams, the Guardians and Farmingdale State College. Control now by FDNY. 1 minute to go here in the second. Looks like they'll just be content here to try and run out this final minute, get it to the horn with the 3-goal lead. Although they found themselves a little bit on their heels late in the first and then were able to snag that 4th goal Trying for a 6 here, a shot, and it sticks to Matson. Kind of went with a chicken wing there on his left arm and was able to snag it.
Doing anything to stop O'Brien from getting the hat trick goal right there.
Big save with 39.6 left in the period. Might be called upon to make a few more. Face off to his right. O'Brien, high shot knocked down. Still loose, right in the slot. Eventually kicked away by Azara. Off the glass and out. O'Brien gets to it. As you said, Travis, on hat-trick watch here. Still has a full period to try and pull that off. What a moment that would be. Takeaway at the half wall here. Can NCPD get one last rush? Just 10 seconds left. Well, the giveaway, it's taken back by Peretta. Down the ice it goes, chip back out, perhaps one last shot, 2 seconds, and one glove by Battaglia at the horn, and here we go.
Peretta and Alonge wrapped up right now.
It looks like we saw this.
Here we go, here we go.
Eventually going to happen, but it's boiled over now.
Peretta's got the gloves off, he's trying to go. Azara's getting ready to take the gloves off.
His teammate's not allowing Azara to get free, and now it looks like here we go. Ton of players tied up behind the goal. Azara and Peretta come to fisticuffs. It didn't last very long as the officials get involved. And finally, some frustration of NCPD boiling over with that hit right at the horn in front. And we'll see what this third period has in store. There was only 4 goals in that first, all for FDNY. NCPD able to respond in a 3-goal game now in the final 17 minutes.
So I'm sure we're going to see penalties for Peretta and Gargan for the FDNY, Alonge and Azara for NCPD. We can save that for a little bit later, though. We got the T-shirt cannon coming out now, Brady.
T-shirt cannon is on the way. And G2H, we want to take this time to acknowledge our Prince of Wales Trophy volunteer T-shirt sponsors, the Inn and the Saloon. Staples of Long Beach nightlife for 5 decades now. They've not only been providing the city with great food, but also with places to celebrate any and every special occasion, even if that occasion is just a summer Saturday. And the Michelle O'Neill Foundation, established in 1997 in memory of Michelle O'Neill, who lost her life after battling with cancer. Her legacy is honored by the foundation's hard work benefiting children with cancer and special needs. Don't miss the annual volleyball tournament on September 6th this year. Those 2 reads a lot easier than the previous one, as we have the Zamboni out with the T-shirt cannon. Just a bit to our right here. To be fair, we did get T-shirts. I'm not sure if they're the same T-shirts.
We got our shirts, and that one bombs away.
Zamboni's coming close here. We might get our shot.
All right, spin the block. Let's go right here. Right in the midst.
Right here, no, a bit to our right.
What a snag right there.
Good catch, Lucky Fan. Got a few more here. Very antsy fans waiting for a T-shirt. Not much hang time on that one.
Not much.
Looks like it kind of exploded before it got to the crowd.
A little bit more. Wally Mitchell might have snagged that one. Doing a little double duty, working the camera and snagging T-shirts.
That one caught the ceiling. And it looks like a Lucky Fan may have caught that one as well. As he curls back one more time here. Look out, oh, that one doesn't even get over the glass. It ramps straight up into the ceiling.
It almost went through the ceiling. Gotta work on the aim a little bit.
Look out here, oh!
Target practice on the ice.
Look out.
Here we go.
Wally. Oh, Wally wasn't looking.
Another one off the ceiling.
Coming back around one more time. Oh, that was coming right for me. Perhaps Rin nearly got it. Rin Shimano, the great cameraman that has helped us out here at LI Sports Network.
Right next to us, we got a Long Beach PBA shirts getting sent out through the cannon right now.
Ooh, I like the shake.
Another one launched up into the crowd. Fun time here on Gerrin Hagen Day as they're going to loop around once more.
Doing the Hulk Hogan right now, looking for noise.
Making some noise here. Oh, Rin. No.
Short.
Out to our right. Another lucky fan ends up. Looks like there are a bunch of different shirts, as you said, the PBA one, probably the Gerrin Hagen, these black t-shirts here that we got. Looked like the last one shot out was a gray shirt.
Here it comes off the ceiling again.
That one caught the ceiling as well.
Hasn't gotten the geometry quite right yet. He shot about 12 shirts, maybe more.
Ceiling's getting a couple of deflections in. We put him out there on the ice for the third period.
Just made it over the glass with that one. We got the t-shirt cannon in game 2 as well. Shuck a puck. Oh, here we go. Over our heads, Brady. Directly over our heads. A little lower. I think that was
wasn't
mine.
ready for that. Of course, right as I'm getting my sip of water in, they directly in line with us, but a bit out of our reach. Oh, no look. Catches the ceiling. We're on a good ceiling streak right now.
Oh, right at me, Brady.
I caught it in the dome.
That was going right between the eyes.
You deflected it right off my forehead.
It didn't even touch me.
Well, yes, Wally's got one.
Wally Mitchell.
Wally over the top to a lucky kid in the back row.
Off the light and then the ceiling. How many shirts do we have?
I don't know, that bag, he just keeps pulling shirts out of it. It's like Santa Claus. Here we go, here we go.
This is coming right at us, I feel it. Over our heads.
Bit too high. Trying to get the angle right here. Going right for us again, Travis! Travis displaying his butterfingers today.
Yeah.
Able to pick it up, but gives it to a lucky fan.
I wanted to be Travis
behind
Hunter, but then I remembered I'm Travis Quigley. So.
The Travis of broadcasting. Oh, look how I thought he was getting up to his feet there on the Zamboni. Fires one into the FDNY bench.
I've been waiting to see if he was going to try to test putting one over the netting behind the cage. The ceiling shot would work right there.
Here he comes, back around.
Only one more, he just gave the sign.
One more.
Who's it going to?
I don't know, he's getting closer. We're right in range here. Bit to our left. Oh, wow. Keeping that one a little low. Did not quite catch the ceiling. And it looks like that. Oh, wait.
Oh,
wait.
He found an extra. Will he get it into the cannon in time? His ride is trying to vacate the ice.
It's hanging up by a thread. It did not make it beyond the glass. Couldn't quite get in the cannon there. It was hanging out. And that'll do it for our t-shirt toss. And while the ice cut continues, we'll step aside for the rest of the intermission and be back for the third period here. It's a 5-2 lead for FDNY over the Nassau County Police Department on LI Sports Network. 17 minutes remaining here between the FDNY and the NCPD here at Gerrin Hagen Day in Long Beach. Brady Campbell, Travis Quigley with you for the third period. And a 5-2 lead for FDNY after 2 periods of play. They were up 4-0 after 1, really controlled that first period. Second period, it's kind of a tale of 2 halves, if you will. The first half of the period dominated by Nassau. They got it back to within 2, and then FDNY regained control, got a big insurance goal to make it a 5-2 game.
Yeah, Brady, I think that goal from John O'Brien, his second, that made it 5-2, was big for the FDNY. NCPD had a phenomenal start in that middle period, but couldn't keep the momentum in their favor. And we saw, like we said, during that period, FDNY kind of found their rhythm again, found their game, found the things that made them successful through the first 17 minutes, and they were able to implement that the last 6 or 7 or so. Got that goal and went to the room with some confidence, but we saw a little scrum at the end of the period there. Gerrin in the box. I think Brett is probably going to be joining him.
Right now, they only have the 2 minutes up against Nassau. I would assume that would probably change. There's probably more. And they have number 10, Connor Fujarski, as the number up on the scoreboard. And doesn't appear like that may change. And so it looks like it is going to start with a power play here for FDNY, already up by 3 to start the third period of play. And a 5-2 lead. And they control the opening face-off here of the final frame, just 17 minutes away from a victory here on Gerrin Hagen Day, before turning their sights a week from today to UBS Arena against the New York Police Department. Of course, that game a big one, and Travis and I and all of us here at LI Sports Network will have the pleasure of bringing that one to you here with LI Sports Network from UBS Arena next Saturday.
Bravest versus the Finest, 51st annual.
Bravest with a 3-goal lead here. They go down to the goal line, back up to the half wall. A pass out to the point was taken away by Gumis, and they'll get the red line and dump it down. 1 minute gone. I nearly said 4 minutes gone here, but we are playing 17-minute periods in period number 3. Back in come the Bravest. Pass across, return feed. Swimming in his crease there was the goaltender, Matson. Out to the point it comes. Feed across, good defensive stick, and then a big check delivered. We saw the physicality reach a boiling point to end that second as a rebound chopped just wide. Clearing attempt, looked out, almost ended up right back in the crease. As we had some fisticuffs as well to end that second period. Things have slowed down here in the opening 90 seconds of period number 3. Just half a minute to go on this power play for FDNY. Back in Peretta. Keeps it moving. With it is Romano. So that half wall drops it up to the point. Puppa, one-timer from the circle, got slowed up on its way to the cage.
Not a great angle there for Peretta.
Yeah, Peretta from the half wall took that shot. Had a defender right on him as well. We're back to 5 aside. A successful kill for NCPD. A big one as well. Keeps them within 3. Just 2 minutes into the third period. Look out here. That was a very slow developing change as Peretta was able to hop off the ice. Puck comes around to the near side. The centering pass, unable to force it to the front, was Rudy Solmonti. Scored the second of the 2 goals so far. It goes behind the net. Grogan on it. Hammers it around. Taken away. FDNY back in the offensive zone. Papa loads up almost a somewhat slap shot there. He's that got deflected, I believe, into the glove. Where's the puck? I lost sight of it.
Back of the net.
Looks like it got caught underneath the apron, if you will. I thought it got deflected into his glove. I saw no reaction. I lost sight of the puck. Nearly found its way into the back of the net. Wrong side, though. Glenn Puppa nearly a big goal, and still a lot of time left, but in some ways a potential dagger for FDNY. If you're NCPD, you really got to get the next one.
Definitely could have been enough separation that the FDNY needed to put this game away. See the talent on the ice for both these sides, and if FDNY has a chance to break this game open, they definitely will. As you said, NCPD definitely need a goal sooner rather than later.
13:53 remaining. Face off to the left, Matson. Center towards the front, kept away, out to the point it comes. A shot from Leonard finds its way through. This one is gloved by Ryan Matson. Face off out to the point, held in, and a kick save on the shot from the blue line. Now an errant pass is held in by Brown. His shot gets deflected to the near side corner, taken away by Capizzuto. He goes around with it, held in again. Kern, who got the scoring started all the way back early on in the first period, as his pass blocked out to neutral ice, hammered right back in. And all the way around.
Almost feels like a different game that Kern scored in. It was so long ago.
Raiden, the shot fought off. And now Kern back up ice here. He's the trailer. They drop it to him. Kern walking in, centers it, a shot, and Ryan Matson has been tested big time here late in the second and early in the third, and has come up with another big save. We do have an NCPD player down just to the right of the goal. Can't quite see who it is. Looks like perhaps Kyle Pastani, 16 in blue.
So I'm kind of reaching at the back of his head there. I didn't necessarily see exactly what happened.
Yeah, I didn't quite catch it either. He's now back to his feet and will skate off the ice. Always a very scary, dangerous play. Good to see him still grabbing his head, but able to skate off there, and the coaches and the trainer will check on him. So he's over on the bench. Face off here deep in the NCPD zone. A shot towards the net was blocked back out to neutral ice by Bobby Wendell. He sends it in, getting back on Straffer, goes around with it. To the blue line it comes, bouncing puck, knocked back deep by Michael Lukanovic. And then a bouncing puck right back to him, hopped his stick, and he has to hustle back on it. Gives it on for Stubba, but Stubba runs into trouble in his own end. A pass centered out in front, unable to get a shot away was Romano. Getting to it now, Gumas. Puck fired hard around the wall. Getting to it, holding it in, John O'Brien, the shot glove save by the goaltender Matson, and here we go again. A couple players lock up in front, and the linesmen come in to separate. So Peretta was involved a bit again. Lukanovic in there in blue, the Romano in there as well, and Stubba look to be the 4 players, 2 per side, engaged in that scrum. 12:08 remaining. Score hasn't changed since the start of the period. Reminder coming up next here, Gerrin Hagen Day continues on LI Sports Network. The LI Guardians and the Farmingdale State College Rams. Travis will have the play-by-play call for that one. Face-off controlled here by FDNY. Deflected down the ice by Satola. Comes around, Guerra chips it out, and with speed comes Nassau back the other way. 2-on-2, drop pass, shot a bit high off the stick of Solmonti. Thrown down low, returns Solmonti, tries to stuff it, and a big save. It ends up back on goal, where it's swallowed up by Battaglia. Haven't mentioned his name in quite a while, but he's been tested again here and passed each of those two.
Yeah, a couple of really nice saves there. We'll get a look at the replay. Fired up, Anthony Papasadero, thank you very much. A nice touch pass in front, and Solmonti, like you said, he was wide open right there, trying to squeak it 5-hole. Battaglia kept that door closed.
Another chance there, right in front, and point-blank robbery by Battaglia again on Solmonti. Cleared back out. Pressure by this line once again. Solmonti with Gonsalves. He's had plenty of chances. Has been a little bit quieter as this game has progressed. That shot all the way down the ice just misses for an icing. And so Nassau now trying to flip the script here. 11:04 left. Still trailing by 3. Had a good start to period number 2. They were trailing 4-0 going in. They got 2 back. And since then, have given up 1 to restore a 3-goal lead for FDNY. Well, game far from over here as it goes behind the net. Pop back all the way across the ice and chipped out of the zone. Foot race for it now. Settles in the circle, and FDNY won it initially, and they stay with it. Thrown behind the net, taken away by Monette. Goes up the wall and out, and getting to it, Brown. Goes across, return back to him. And nearly offside, is delayed offside here, is jumping the gun a little bit on that pass was Carney. So the Bravest will touch up as Nassau starts ahead with it. Fujarski off the board, sent right back to Capizzuto. Cross ice it goes, and now here's Becker. Puts it into the attacking zone. Getting to it is Hurley. Comes to the near side corner. Wrapped back around by Gargan. And Hurley will start back out with it. Into single digits here, a little less than 10 minutes to go. Hurley appears to be a bit shaken up as he heads back to the bench. Not sure exactly what happened as he dumped the puck in. Meanwhile, back the other way comes FDNY. Glove save from Matson.
He might have just caught a stick up high there, Hurley, on that dump in. Nothing egregious or out of line, just accidental contact, you know what I mean? Just playing the game, you know?
Stuff happens.
Well, glad to see Kieran's all right. I'm sure he'll be back on the ice next rotation. He's not going to miss a shift.
Meanwhile, a face-off, and the shot from the point. Straffer hit his own man in front. Romano, who was able to find it and get it back on goal. Matson the save and gets the whistle. So we'll do it again from the near side dot. And another face-off win, a shot through a couple of bodies, a save from Matson. And then it's put up and out of play.
Off the ceiling and then off the spectator's head, it looked like. Or that one off the noggin. Good eat.
Ceiling's been a bit busy as of late, of course. Caught a couple shirts throughout the t-shirt cannon during the second intermission, and now the puck as well. And always got to be aware back there. Of course, the netting only really wraps around from around the goal lines. Nassau controls their defensive zone draw. That stretch pass a bit too far out of the reach of Gumis, so all the way out of his net to get it. Battaglia would be a penalty in the NHL where he played it, not here. sent down the ice by Kelly, and this will be an icing as he was a stride or so behind the red line. And so Nassau gets the benefit of the doubt. We'll see if they could take advantage of this important offensive zone faceoff. 8 minutes and 44 seconds on the clock.
Definitely could use a goal here, Brady. That could light a fire under the NCPD.
Instead, it's a face-off win for FDNY. And look out here, behind the defense, perhaps a breakaway, moving in, backhand score! It's Lieutenant Julian Carney. And with just 8.5 to go, that could be the dagger.
A big goal right there, and I want to say that it was right off the face-off. FDNY orchestrated a quick change. And Carney, who started the draw on the bench, hopped on the ice, flung through the neutral zone, gets the breakaway, and as you see on the replay there, tucks it 5-hole.
And here's the full wide shot of it.
He was on the ice. I thought he
quite
came
see.
from the
Yeah,
bench.
Carney just snuck behind everybody. And I thought they tried to wrap it around to him. Instead, it popped up to the slot, and they were able to get it to work out. So now a 6-2 lead for FDNY. And NCPD gonna have to turn things around very quickly here, an offside against FDNY.
Again, we got Gerrin's Guardians, the Long Beach Guardians, Farmingdale State College Rams squaring off next. The Rams actually played the FDNY last night in an exhibition contest over at Northwell Health Ice Center, and Farmingdale picked up an 8-4 win over the fire department.
Of course,
last year, FDNY and the Guardians, that was a 4-3 game with the FDNY scoring the game winner, Matt Zay, with 5 seconds left in the contest. So it should be a good game between the Rams and the Guardians in a little bit.
All these games are good games. This one, of course, FDNY starting to pull away a bit now, but very tight throughout. And of course, the big one next Saturday, I'm sure will be as close as possible. Of course, those two teams played an overtime game a few years back as well at UBS Arena. It's a pass down low, looking for more, touch just wide. Couldn't quite tell from our vantage point here. It looked like it may have almost gone 5-hole and still slid out wide somehow. Not sure if the physics of that were possible. I may be mistaken.
That's what it looked like from my vantage point, Brady, so I think you're right.
Another look here, and oh, that was a pretty goal there. The shot from Peretta deflected in. 7-2 for FDNY.
Second of the game right there for Billy Pascali.
We'll see him come into frame here right as the puck comes back to Peretta from the right side of the screen. Right on the tape. No chance there for Matson. So 7-2, all that's separating FDNY from another victory here on their campaign. Pass, that could have went all the way down for icing. Instead, it's the linesman at the red line. And now Romano tried to drop it off, taken away by Gumis all the way down. Out of his net, Battaglia hammers it around. It gets back out to the neutral zone. And Kevin Gumis on it again. Gumis sidesteps one. Into the zone, drops it off, feed across, bouncing puck. Ends up in the high slot, fired just wide off the stick of Azara. Gumis on it. Good shift here for NCPD, trying to get one back. Slap shot blocked down though, look out. Hustling back the other way, Kelly turns it into a breakaway, backhand, couldn't get it to go, rebound, poke check, another try, fired just wide. What a sequence that was.
Great poke from Matson on Elfont.
Goal horns going, that puck didn't go. As we play on here, couple chances The poke check, the follow-up, and then that third attempt looked like it fluttered a bit, but still scrambling was Matson. Another stretch pass just offside, right as Carney was about to pull the trigger for perhaps another goal. It was very close. I think it was the right call, though.
Get another look here at that poke check from Ryan Matson. Played it well. Nice initial move, stays right in the blue paint, and Elfont tried to drag and stuff it. Matson was ready to go.
Keeping his team's hopes a little bit alive. Here is a shot off the face-off, hits the outside of the net. Looks like the net may have come off slightly on the shot. Five and a half remaining here in this first one. Once again, of course, Farmingdale and the Guardians up next. We'll have Chuck a puck during the intermission as well. The 50-50 raffle will be announced. Plenty of good stuff here on the LI Sports Network, and even more importantly, here in the arena. As that shot, not sure if Battaglia saw it, it was deflected wide. Wrap try, comes right out through the slot where it's taken back. And flipped out to center. Hand pass there in the neutral zone. Lukanovic trying to be quiet about it, but the referee caught him.
He's trying to be a little bit sneaky there.
5:01 left. 5-goal lead for FDNY. Face-off won by Nassau. Rogan off the glass. Kern doing battle in the corner. Pops up into the netting and out of play. And Kern going to retrieve both pucks as there's another one stuck up there as well.
Good guy alert.
Assistant captain Derek Kern, ladder 176. Number 7 in white. Got the scoring started. What feels like ages ago. As he nearly had that rebound pop out to him again.
Healthy mix of ladder and engine guys on the FDNY roster. It's almost a perfect 50-50 split.
Yeah, I'm trying to go down the roster here real quick, and as you said, it looks like it's about the same. Here is Engine 309 captain Jim Becker, 21 in white. Lost the handle. Couple of players spinning around there at the half wall. Eventually comes free for Gargan. Gargan goes up top with it. Here's Leonard. Feathered across, but a strong back check from Galliani. And curls, feeds it on. Back the other way, Raiden. Dropped it off, and the shot gloved and held by Battaglia.
I like the shot there from Raiden, cutting in with some speed, but Battaglia has been strong all afternoon here, Brady.
Starting to sound like a broken record with the glove saves by Battaglia. Face-off goes back to the point. Morrow shoots, stick save. Poke back out towards the front, taken away, and here's Satola. Feeds it on for Kelly. Over the line. Kelly, right pad save. Matson. All the way out O'Brien. Feeds it around. Waiting for Peretta. Had it taken away and a breakaway the other way. Stephen Alonge moving in. Forehand. Couldn't get it to go. Down in the splits went Battaglia, and Alonge couldn't finish. Peretta back in. Tried to drop it off. Puck bouncing on him. He's able to settle it. Now walks right down Broadway, and Alonge diving down, blocked it. Here's Satola for Peretta. Moving, shot blocked by Alonge, and nearly had a chance at another breakaway, but it bounced off to the bench side of the ice where O'Brien was waiting for it. He sends it hard around. 2:40 left in this third period. Off the bench for a shot save. Rebound loose. Mets in a couple more stops. Papa goes D to D. Frizzalone. Shot doesn't make it through. Another try goes right through the top of the crease. They go back down with it. Here's Satola. Up top, Papa. Heavy slap shot save by Matson. No rebound.
Heavy slap shot indeed right there from Pup, and he got that one off really quick as well.
It's like he's adjusting his shoulder there a little bit after taking that shot.
Now we're old guys now. We're not used to winding up and letting it fly like that anymore.
Puck took a weird hop there off the glass. Settled down nicely, though, for Gonsalves. Drops it off. Shot. Looked like it hit Gonsalves, who was cutting through. Another tough angle try from Somonti. Stopped and held.
Battaglia tried to keep play moving there, but official was already whistle up to the lips.
It looks like with this game, a 5-goal lead, just 110 seconds on the clock. Battaglia trying to finish this one up and head back to the locker room. Perhaps have a few sun cruisers. Proud sponsor of Gerrin Hagen Day.
I'm sure both these sides are going to be crushing some sun cruisers after this one.
90 seconds left. Gets through Gonsalves and back out. Turning with it, looking for some help here. Stubba goes up to Lukanovic. Solmonte leaves it off for Gonsalves. Winds up a heavy clapper, blocker save. Sends a rebound right through the slot where it's taken away. Chip back out, foot race for it here. And FDNY is going to win it. 1 minute to go here in game one for Gerrin Hagen Day, and it's a 7-2 lead for FDNY, well on their way to picking up the victory. Here's Gumas. Has one of the 2 NCPD goals today. Here's past the flex on. Nassau looking for perhaps one more here to take with them. Just half a minute on the clock. Goes down to the corner. To the near side now. Alonge returns it. Centering pass comes all the way out to the point. Grogan holds it in. Alonge stays with it. Swings it towards the front. Deflected wide. Final seconds tick off. Becker clears it out. And that will do it. Game one in the books. FDNY victorious 7-2 over Nassau County Police Department. And what a start here to Gerrin Hagen Day. The t-shirt cannon, the bubble race, and of course the game. A big time victory for New York's Bravest.
Like you said, big victory here for the Bravest over the NCPD. Their final tune-up matchup before the big one, 51st annual FDNY, NYPD, the Bravest and the Finest at UBS next week. Live only right here, LI Sports Network. We got you with the coverage of that one. Don't go anywhere. Pop on over to our other stream. We got another game up here today, Brady. Guardians, Farmingdale State College Rams. This place is juiced right now, ready to go for that matchup.
Absolutely. Travis and I will have the pleasure of being there at UBS next Saturday, but as Travis just said, we're still going to be here for one more game coming up next. Farmingdale against Gerrin's very own Long Beach Guardians. You don't want to miss that one. For everyone here at LI Sports Network for this game, we got Mr. Sam Musnick operating the board, Wally Mitchell on the camera, Anthony Papasodero running our replays, and I guess co-boarding with Sam as well, Travis Quigley. I'm Brady Campbell signing off. I believe I got everybody. Rin Shimano, honorary LISN member, doing his thing on the camera over there as well. Thank you so much for tuning in. A 7-2 victory for FDNY over NCPD. Be sure to tune in for our next matchup as well. So long on LI Sports Network.